Are you a woman over 50 who stands in front of a closet bursting with clothes, but still feels like you have nothing to wear? Well, today on Chat Off the Mat, we're joined by fashion industry veteran Nancy Queen. After decades working with luxury fashion brands and the knitting industry, Nancy now helps women just like you unlock their signature style. Nancy's unique approach doesn't just dress you, it helps you express who you truly are. Stay tuned to transform your relationship with fashion and reclaim your style confidence after 50. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you so much for having me, Rose. It's a lot of fun
Uh,
to be here.
yeah, thank you for being here. I'm so excited. I just want to start off by telling everyone please find, I usually wait till the end. Please find Nancy on social media and YouTube because she has the best videos. I just want to say that I love watching all your
Oh,
video
thank
shorts
you.
and your
My
YouTube
videos,
videos.
you can search Nancy Queen, but it's under shopping on Champagne.
All right, so let's start off by talking about Nancy.
Well, it's been kind of a funny road to get here. I went to school for fashion. I worked for a lot of big brands like Saks Fifth Avenue, Nautica, Lord and Taylor, Guess, Lilly Pulitzer. So lots of big brands and various areas of from styling people and helping people in their fitting rooms to management and then back end work. I worked for a sweater manufacturer for a long time. And then I got out of it when I had my daughter and I got into the knitting world and started designing patterns. I've written 4 books on knitting and crochet. Did that for about 20 years, had some brick and mortar stores. Then I lost right around COVID. It was about a 2.5 year period. I lost about 60 pounds. And I was like, okay, what do I really want to wear again? And it was Lilly Pulitzer. And I started shopping there, took a part-time job there, loved it so much that I'm like, gosh, I should start a YouTube channel just talking about fashion because I could talk about it all day long. So that's what I did. I started this about 3.5 years ago, and really have been loving the journey. It's a lot of fun. I love interacting with people and talking about fashion. We started a new fashion community. It's called Style Uncorked, and just connecting and talking about what's working for women over 50 and all of the issues that we have going on in our lives.
Yeah, not just fashion issues, but transitions, life changes, and body changes that happen.
It's funny because when you're in your 20s, oh, everybody's helping you get ready to um, get a career. There's plenty of help on that. And then start a family or get married first, hopefully, then start a family. All of those things, you get help all the way. Buying your first home. Then all of a sudden, you hit your menopausal years, late 40s, early 50s, and you may or may not be divorced. You may have moved. You're now an empty nester. Your body is changing in all kinds of ways that nobody tells you about. And there's really nobody there to help you out. It's like we're kind of left to figure it out. And that's what I really love doing is talking to women of a certain age that just are going through life changes and want the help that they need. I try to be a resource for them and just provide some additional guidance as well.
Yeah, and I love it. I think a lot of women, as they get in their later years, they feel invisible and they're
Yes.
struggling with that. And I think fashion and feeling good in your clothes is a way to be visible. Maybe not like shout out visible, but like feel good and feel like you have, I don't know, just confidence
Yeah.
and
I've
presence.
actually done a few videos on that subject. And one of the things that really is most empowering to me when I started doing research on the subject is that you have the power all this time. You're feeling invisible, but it's because you've given up your visibility. And all you have to do is take it back, and you can take it back at any time. And what we found is that, you start to change how you dress. You dress a little plainer. Your body language is kind of inward and back, and you feel like a wallflower, and you're kind of waiting for things to happen to you. And then when they don't, you're feeling upset about it. But if you take it back, take back that power that you've had all this time. It reminds me of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she puts on the red shoes and they told her she had the power to go home all this time. Well, it's the same thing. Put on a bright pink or red lipstick that makes you happy. Put on your favorite color. Put your shoulders back, say hello to people, talk a little bit. Don't get bent out of shape when if somebody's a little rough around the edges, they're probably having a bad day and probably has nothing to do with you. And just start owning your space again. If you enter a room full of people, go for it. Start talking to them. Go meet as many people as you can. And you will take back that power and not feel invisible anymore.
Oh, I love that. And we go through different emotions, and I think a lot like what you were saying about withdrawing, withdrawing inward and not being visible. There's something emotional related to that, and I think that we need to work through that. Maybe it's we compare ourselves to someone else who we think is better, or I don't know, we don't have self-worth
Yeah.
that is coming out.
Yeah.
Clothes is a way that we can express ourselves. And I want to talk about something that you have on your website. So you have a lot of free resources. And one of the things that you have are your style words. So you
Yes.
have a sheet of about, I don't know how many words are here. It
It's
looks
like
like
a
50.
102 or something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Right
Okay. I
around
didn't
100
count.
words. I
And
did
there's
count
so
one time.
there's so much fun. And I was looking and I was like, okay, well, I'm trying to decipher what my personal style is. And I see rock star and I'm like, oh, I like that because I always thought it was like more like a rocker jeans and t-shirt, but not all the
Yep.
time, right? So you recommend to have people look at this list and circle like 3 or 4 style words that help you describe your style,
Yes,
right?
because once you know your style words, it makes shopping and identifying what's in your wardrobe so much easier. Like when you're trying to clean out and you're like, I don't know, I keep this? I wore this 10 years ago and I really loved it, but it's not your style anymore. Your style does change through your life. Sometimes even because you're going through lifestyle changes too. So you might have been like really business oriented and professional when you had your career, but now you work from home or you're retired. And now it's like, well, I'm like kind of casual and fun and sporty now. So you always want to check in on your style words every couple years and see if they're still working for you, because then if you know them, well, these 5 things can go out of my closet because they're not my style words anymore. Or
Right,
when
right.
I'm shopping, does it hit my 3 style words?
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Now, let's talk about your closet.
Okay.
So you recommend having figuring out your style, right? And then
Yeah.
how do we go from there? Do we look in our closet and say, well, what kind of represents that style, what we love, and then toss out what doesn't belong and get new stuff? Like, what is that process? Walk us through.
So it's funny, I just did a whole closet spring cleaning video where it was just kind of me voicing over while I was cleaning for a couple hours. And my style really has changed over the past couple years. So I like it now. My style words are colorful. Um, I like to be kind of pulled together and chic and yet timeless, classic.
Yeah.
So I would say colorful, classic, and chic are my 3 style
The
words.
3 C's.
Yes. So when I'm going through that, I will go through and say, okay, first of all, have I worn it in a year? If I haven't, it's usually a time to go. Um, and I set up 3 piles, one that's donate, one that's sell, and the other one that is things that might need to be repaired or dry cleaned, stuff like that. So I go through and do a ruthless clean out of all of those things, and they all need to fit my new style words. So if they don't fit and I haven't worn them in a year, I usually get rid of them. And if I have some things that I'm questioning, I kind of put them aside. I'll either put them like to a section of my closet so that I can revisit it later, or I'll like totally take them out, put them in storage, check on them in like 6 months and see, did I have any interest in them? Did I miss any of these? Usually the answer is no, and they can get out.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I do is I organize by classification. I know a lot of people will buy an outfit the way they see it, and then they wear that outfit that way all the time. It doesn't allow for you to have the best variety in your wardrobe. You get bored with it because you have like literally like 12 outfits totally, instead of being able to mix and match and create a variety of outfits that all kind of coordinate together.
Okay. So now there needs to be a foundation, right? So do you say and you want to and I'd like to for you to also talk about a capsule because there's a lot of talk around like what a
Oh yeah, I
capsule
love a
wardrobe
capsule.
is. Is that
Yeah,
does that serve as a foundation? Maybe you could talk about what a capsule wardrobe is.
absolutely. Well, foundation pieces are the essential pieces. They're kind of like the workhorse of your wardrobe. Think of it like this. If you think about your closet like a kitchen pantry, it's going to make a lot more sense for women because you wouldn't go to the grocery store and buy, oh, just random things that wouldn't go together. Most of us have staple things, sugar, flour, butter, all the staples, spices that will allow you to make a delicious meal or 10 delicious meals using all these basics. So, exactly the same thing is what you're going to do with your wardrobe. You're going to have some basic tees, a couple pairs of favorite jeans, um, a button down or two that are kind of just neutral, boring colors. Maybe it's a white or cream, maybe a navy or black. Just the basics so that they're the building blocks of everything else. And then as you start layering in, you're going to layer in little bit more fun pieces to spice things up. So you might bring in a trendier blouse to go with these basics that you've been wearing for years. Same thing with the shoes. You bring in kind of neutral shoes that work for most of the outfits you have.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean they can't be fun. I really love fun shoes, but they they don't need to be shoes that you're only going to wear one time with one outfit.
Right. Like my red patent leathers. I think I could wear my red patent leathers anytime. I love them. Okay, so we have a foundation. So as you mentioned, have certain pieces in your closet and then bring in the trendy pieces. Right now, I know it's beginning of spring right now, so florals are really big, right?
Yes.
So wearing florals.
Which I have
Uh,
brought a lot into my wardrobe. I have quite a few floral tops. And
or
that's my
Lily
so
Pulitzer is a lot of florals.
yes, this is Talbot's. They've had
Talbot,
some
yeah.
really cute shirts. These kind of remind me of the men's Robert Graham
Mm,
shirts. They have like a little bit of detail on the sleeves
I
and a little
love that.
contrast and a little contrast here.
Yeah,
So just really fun shirts.
I
So
love
I
that.
copied a lot of those because I built my capsule wardrobe using this concept. So we talked about essentials. So now we're going to talk about a capsule wardrobe, which is different because you could build it all on essential pieces, but what you're doing is you're isolating a certain number of pieces. And it's not a rule, but it's about roughly about 33 pieces that you're going to put isolated. I have mine all on a rack right here. And those are pretty much the only clothes I wear this time of year. So this is my spring capsule. And what I did was I made sure that my essential pieces, the base of my capsule, is all neutrals. And then my neutrals that I chose for right now are navy and white. So I have a couple pairs of navy pants. I have a navy sweater. I have a couple uh, white button-down shirts and a white tee and a white tank. So what those allow me to do is layer in the more fun pieces that I want to add because no matter what color I bring in, I'm going to make sure that it works with either navy or white. And my ideal is when that it'll work with both navy and white because then I can wear it either way. I can wear it with navy pieces or white pieces, but I kind of like to think of those neutral pieces as an art gallery. You know how an art gallery is all white background, kind of the breathing space to allow you to take note of the artwork. Well, in this case, my navy and white are kind of those calming pieces that will allow my colorful shirts to be the star of the show. your eye will go right to the colorful blouse I have on, not to my white pants or my navy pants. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense. It seems very simple, and I'm
It is.
hearing you,
It
and I'm
is.
like,
People
why do
overcomplicate it.
we
Yeah.
do, we do. Like I
We
struggle.
overthink it. They're like, I'm going to be bored. I am never bored. In fact, I document my capsule wardrobes now. I've been doing it for about a year and a half so that people can see. Sometimes I'll have a black and gray and white capsule. Sometimes right now I'm feeling very colorful. So it's a very colorful capsule wardrobe. And spring is my favorite time of year. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm going full color right now.
Yeah.
However, it still follows the exact same principles. Neutral basics, essential pieces, layered on with more fun pieces that I can mix and match and have hundreds of outfit combinations.
Okay. So you
Just
have your
with 30.
so those 33 garments include those fun pieces as well, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
you have a capsule for the spring, but then you can have a capsule for, let's say, something else, maybe like your
Yeah, you could.
wedding capsule.
Let's say you like to travel a lot because a lot of us over 50 do a lot of traveling. You could
Perfect.
have a capsule that's just for travel. It's like, okay, I know these are comfortable for walking and sightseeing or if I'm on a cruise. So you can basically take your capsule, put it in your suitcase and you're ready to go. And let's say you have special events, weddings, unfortunately, funerals, um, baby showers, all kinds of special events where you're going to need to get dressed up. Have a, an event capsule that's dresses, kind of go-to dresses that you can pull from, or even pants outfits that are ready to go with shoes work with it, like your red patent leather
Yeah.
shoes, that you can mix and match and have the purse and everything else all ready to go. And I think of those things the same way. It's like, okay, how many different ways can I make these three outfits look good? Because I want to be able to wear the same dress to um, like an evening wedding or a funeral or a dinner out. Yeah, you could wear a black dress to all three of those events and style it differently so that first of all, people won't realize you're wearing the same thing and you aren't going to get bored with it.
Right. And people don't remember. I mean, I think we
No.
are so hard on ourselves. And I think at a certain age too, you want to have fun with it as well. Like you're having fun with certain patterns. It's nice to be able to have like this self-expression and
Yeah.
feel good in with what you're wearing. Um, and thank you for talking about travel because that is something I struggle with. I know I'm going to be taking a 10-day trip soon and I'm thinking, okay, capsule. I got to do a capsule. So I have not a lot of clothes that I'm bringing and overpacking because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Because I wind up really wearing some of the same things.
Yes. Yeah. It's like if you have just one jacket that will go with all of the pieces,
Right.
if it gets cold, or one sweater that will go with everything, that's going to make it easier. Another thing is shoes. People tend to bring like 5 pairs of shoes on a trip, and really, you only need like 3 pairs. You need a good pair for walking, a pair for travel, and an evening pair, or a pair of sandals of some sort that maybe you could do double duty.
Right. 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 Right.
So
Even two pair because you can travel and do the travel walking ones.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah. Now that so shoes. I don't just to go off onto shoes for a moment. Shoes are really comfy now. So everyone's wearing like these bright sneakers or fun sneakers, and they're wearing them with floral skirts.
yes. Isn't that great that we can
I
dress that
lo-
way now and it
isn't
looks
that
so
great?
good?
You know, I don't know if I would do the long skirt thing. I just feel really hot and like it's too much fabric for me. But I think it just looks really cool, and I wish we had done that years ago. High heels were great, but
Yeah,
they're not comfy anymore. And
no.
yeah,
And we were all doing, like, maybe you wore your sneakers to the office, but then you had to change
yes,
shoes when you got there.
yes,
Like,
quickly,
yes.
so no one would see. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about quality over quantity. I know it's a big topic. I've heard you talk about that before on other
Oh, yeah.
podcasts and
It's a
on yours.
favorite
Yeah.
topic of mine. Yes.
Yes.
Because people think that they have to always look for something on a budget, but sometimes when you're buying things just based on price, you're not getting quality, and you're going to buy it and it'll be worn out almost as soon as you'll get 3 or 4 wears out of it and it starts falling apart. And investing in quality pieces, you're going to spend a little bit more, but you're going to wear them a lot longer. You tend to be a more classic look, so you can get a lot more life out of them. So when you look at, okay, let's say I buy a Ralph Lauren shirt for $95, let's say, or 100, let's say $100, and I buy a um, inexpensive like knockoff shirt for $40, but the thing starts falling apart, the fabric is really thin, and I only get maybe 5 wears out of it. Whereas this Ralph Lauren shirt that I bought for $100, I've gotten at least 50 wears out of it because it holds up. I can wear it with everything. I get compliments every time I wear it. The fabric is really well structured and holds up to washing. So then when you compare how much you spent per wear of each item,
Yeah.
it comes out to you end up a lot of times you end up spending much less in the long run on those quality pieces than you did if you have these burn and churn pieces that wear out so quickly.
Yeah, you're right. And you can
Doesn't mean
find
you
those.
can't,
What,
that
go ahead.
doesn't mean you can't buy inexpensive quality pieces. Like thrifting is a great way to buy quality pieces. There are brands that are making amazing luxury items at affordable prices, and Quince is one of my all-time favorites. They do only luxury materials, linen, cotton, cotton poplin, silk, cashmere, you name it, they have it in your higher end luxury price products, but at like ridiculously low prices because they cut out the middleman.
Okay.
And so you're buying direct from the manufacturer, and they're they really focus on timeless quality pieces. So I highly recommend them. I have tons of their clothes. In fact, I have their pants on right now. They're linen, they wash up beautifully. They're just gorgeous clothes.
I love linen. Do you recommend linen for travel? Because, like I know they get wrinkled, but
Yeah, you know what I started doing? I carry a little tiny bottle of wrinkle release spray,
right.
and I wear linen
Yes.
all the time when I travel because I just
Yes.
spritz it on and
I
boom,
bought it.
wrinkles are out.
Yeah, I
And I
purchased
just
it
think,
because you said it once somewhere.
yeah, I think that is the beauty of linen too, that it has a little bit of a wrinkly look. I want you to be able to see that it's linen, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Um, that's great. So thank you for that recommendation.
Sure.
Because I know that also a lot of high-end clothing, they have sales that we can really
Yeah.
take advantage of, right? Seasonal
Yep.
sales. Why not? Right?
Yes.
Get those
Absolutely.
classic foundational capsule pieces
Yeah.
at an affordable price.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have to say, and I will make a confession that I do like certain places. Like I'll mention TJ Maxx because I like going to TJ Maxx because sometimes I will get something that is fun and different. And I have found like some good brands actually. I found
Yes.
Lily Pulitzer in there and Mac
Yes.
Studio and some really nice brands that I will have that may be a little trendy, but I feel good about finding a bargain sometimes.
Well,
So,
I'm going to let you in on a little retail secret. So brands run usually on a 12-week cycle. So from the time it hits a department store or even if they don't have their own retail store, it is 12 weeks until they start marking it down. Maybe it's the first markdown, second markdown, and then it's out the door. And if they haven't sold that, they need to find a place to move the merchandise because they have new merchandise coming in.
mm,
So that's the beauty of places like TJ Maxx. Or sometimes the brand will actually, they made stuff and maybe one of the department stores decided, you know what, we bought too much for the season, but they've already made it. What do they do with it? They send it off to places like TJ Maxx. So
right.
you are getting top quality products that are at a great price.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's fun for me. It's
Yes.
like,
And
and
it's
it's
like
not always, I don't always walk away with something, but it's for me now, it's an experience. It's meditative.
yes,
I go,
it's a
it's
treasure hunt.
calming. I love that. Um, I asked some friends about, or, this my age group about fashion. What were their questions? And uh, I got the same question: is that they feel young, they don't want to dress old, they feel that they're still young even though they're in their 50s or 60s.
Yeah,
How can they dress hip or not young, but hip and not feel like they're dressing like a 20-year-old?
right. That's a great question. Um, There are some trends that you want to avoid. Like I just did a roundup of some trends that I'm not going to say yes to at our age. And one of them is bubble skirts. We wore them in the 80s, maybe early 90s. I remember they always had them on the Cosby Show. The girls were always wearing bubble skirts. It's like, okay, that's hitting me at exactly the area I don't want
Right.
extra padding over my hips and no thanks. That's one I'll pass on. So look for just updated pieces that have a little bit of personality that hit your style words, because that again is key to choosing pieces that you like. It's like, well, is this classic, colorful, and chic? If it is, I'll bring it in. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Bohemian is having another uh, kind of renaissance right now. However, that doesn't mean you need to look like you're going back in time. It doesn't need to look costumey, but you can bring in some of those bohemian vibes that you might enjoy without it looking like you're a cartoon.
So you have Bohemian as one of your what I wanted to do, if it's okay with you, is I wanted
Yeah.
to pick a couple of these style words, maybe one or two, and you give us an idea of what it looks like. I'm not going to pick anything crazy like gypsy, although I am kind of curious what that means. But like what when you so I kind of feel like I want to dress like a rock star.
Okay.
What does that mean to you, someone dressing like a rock star?
I think that if I were picturing you wearing rock star clothes, I would put you in a lot of black, probably. I would do look for metallic details on things, and metallic is having a big moment. So you can find studding on belts, studding on shoes. Even if they're Mary Janes, you can still find they'll have like metallic all over them. And I would look for those details. I'd also look for something like a cute tailored vest in a darker color. That you could wear over a t-shirt, and maybe even a t-shirt that has a graphic on it. Not
Mm,
something like Live, Laugh, Love, but something like maybe an old Rolling Stones vintage t-shirt.
got it. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I would definitely think silver is more your vibe if you're saying rock star.
Yeah.
So I'd look for a lot of metallic details, even like your turquoise necklace. I think that's turquoise what you're wearing.
Yes. Yeah.
Those colors, they all conjure up a very rock starry vibe.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, and jeans or,
yes,
maybe
a
like
lot of
jeans.
denim. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That I do have some pieces like that. I have a faux leather jacket that is somewhat studded that when I wear it, young girls are like, "Wow, that is really cool." I'm like, "Thank you."
Awesome.
I love that. Okay, let's pick one other one here.
Sure.
So, let's pick eclectic.
Eclectic, well, that can go so many directions. I think the most iconic eclectic person is was Iris Apfel. Like she was called the rare bird of fashion. Do you know who Iris Apfel is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so she was huge. She was a New Yorker. She was, I think, an interior designer in her younger years, and she and her husband traveled all over the world. So when they'd go places, she would collect things from everywhere, jewelry, vests, you name it, she had it. And her whole house was filled with her pieces. And I think they have an exhibit or had an exhibit at the Met for all of her pieces, and it was called the rare bird of fashion because just so good at putting together things that most of us would say absolutely not on.
Right.
And she even had her own glasses collection because she always wore these really big, she was very tiny and she wore these huge round glasses. And she would be layered up with necklaces and maybe 20 necklaces that were huge, and then baubles and bangles on her arms, and maybe a huge feather vest that went all the way down to
I
her
do
knee.
see people dressed like that.
Yeah, and so that to me is eclectic.
Okay.
Just
So
make it
wearing whatever you feel is good at the moment and not worry about if it matches. Just put it on.
exactly. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Um, I love that. And then we'll just for one more, you mentioned chic earlier. And
Yes.
what does that represent for you? Like,
To me, it just means very polished and pulled together.
okay.
Like everything I put on is intentional. Um, I like my clothes to coordinate. So I've got on navy pants. I have on this green floral blouse that has yellow, white, and navy in it. So then I've got this yellow sweater over my shoulders. Like I just like things on myself to look very polished. I
Right.
like my bags to be, I would never just grab a bag. My bag and my shoes almost always have to coordinate. I'm very crazy like that. So
Yeah.
that is what that is to me.
Yeah, I tend to coordinate as well. Now
And I
you can wear
also,
anything.
yeah, and I also think it's not just what you're wearing, it's really what you're doing with your overall appearance.
Mm,
Is your hair and makeup done? Are you clean? Are your nails polished and groomed? And my nails are not polished right now, but I did actually trim them and do all the things this morning. Gave myself a little mini manicure before the call. And so just paying attention to those little details to make yourself look polished. Like people notice those details
yeah.
without even realizing they're noticing those
Ah,
details.
yeah. Okay.
And they
Yes.
notice it, like people figure you out within 3 seconds of meeting you. They've decided what they think of you. So I like to pay attention to those details because people do notice.
Right.
So
Do you think that a fashion trend is changing? That I see a lot of younger people, they go out in their pajamas, which kind of bothers me, but that's just because I would never do that. And they dress a little bit more relaxed, maybe really comfortable. And do you think that there will be a change or a shift in style, or
I
style
think,
just continues?
you know what? I do think for younger people that are going out in their sweats like that, we saw some over the weekend. My husband said, nice of you to get dressed. The girl was like basically in gray sweats that were so loungy, it looked like she was in pajamas. But I do think that you have to get out of that at some point of your life if you want to move forward. You can't be going to a job looking like a slob.
Yeah.
So hopefully a lot of them outgrow it. I do see as I have kids walking by here at my house all day when school lets out, a lot of them are wearing sweats and just very comfortable clothes to be in school all day. But I don't think that that's going to last when they move on to different factions of their life.
Right. Right. Like you said, a job. Like a
Yes.
real work environment, even though
Yes.
there's a lot of zooming and at home. I know my children, my boys who are in college, they used to wear sweats a lot. And then, they wear jeans occasionally. But my one son has an internship and he actually likes clothes and
Good.
he'll dress really nicely and shoes, like he's put together. And I'm like, looks good,
And it makes you feel good. It's
right.
shocking, like how much different clothing makes you feel when you're pulled together and you can, walk around. There was an old Seinfeld episode where, and I'm really dating myself now, where George decided he was going to wear sweatpants. And Jerry, he walks into the apartment and Jerry looks at him and he's like, I guess you've given up now. You've given up on life, walking around in sweatpants and sneakers. So it's kind of like that. It's like,
And that's how
yeah,
it is now anyway.
yeah.
Um, I'd like to talk about a topic that recently I did a little video and it got some traction because I think a lot of people feel the same, women. It's about bras. I have a hard time finding bras that are comfortable, that fit well. And it's not because I'm not trying. Maybe I'm not trying in the right places, but what is your take on like bras that you like or finding
Oh,
the right bra or
yeah.
undergarment?
Bras are a very tough issue. And a lot of times at our age, we're just like, fine, I'm just going to wear these athletic things that kind of push everything down. But when you put actual clothes on, it doesn't help your
Not
figure.
flattering, right?
So you do need a few good fitting bras. And the problem is that you might have always been a, I don't know, a 36B, and then all of a sudden things changed, and now you might need more lift and more support, and you might need a different bra size. So it's really important to get measured. Of course, the bra brands say every 6 months, but most of us, if we check our bra size every couple years, you're
Right.
lucky. Um, so yeah, getting measured by somebody who really knows what they're doing makes a big difference. Um, I was actually measured recently at Soma,
Oh,
and
I've heard about them. Yeah.
they're they were wonderful. The
Hmm.
bras I got were great. The fit was great. I've also had a lot of luck at Third Love. In fact, they have a really nice online system that you can go through. You do your own measurements, but it actually will talk to you about, okay, are your breasts hanging? Which direction are they hanging? Are they hanging out at the sides? Are
Right.
they, you
One's
know,
bigger, one's smaller.
exactly. They cover all of that.
Huh.
And it's a really nice tutorial through their website to help you find the right bra. And
Okay.
I've gotten quite a few of their bras and they were very comfortable.
Good. I actually like to try them on because I don't know. I just feel I need to try because no one bras fit all.
Yes. Yep.
But I will try some of those places that you mentioned. This is good. Good information. I want to talk about your community. You have, well, first of all, your website is amazing and you have offer a
Thank you.
lot of free resources on there.
Thank you.
You have all your videos. You're constantly putting new videos up, and you have so many kind of timeless ones out there as well. So talk about what you offer in the community, your uncorked
Sure.
community,
Style Uncorked.
style uncorked.
Yeah, it's a community of women over 50 who are wanting to talk about fashion, but nobody wants to talk about it with them. It's like their kids are gone, their husband doesn't want to listen to that. So it is you can have a lot of fun in there, talk about things. I have some new resources that I'm working on that will be kind of like mini courses that they can do in the community. But a lot of it is we do a lot of polls, just chatting about what we're wearing. We've done a couple style challenges. I just started this community a couple months ago. So it's growing as I'm finding out what they like, but uh, it's been a lot of fun growing it and interacting. And the women that are active on there are super active. Like they respond right away with responses that are fun and engaging, and they like to share like, okay, this works for me. What's everybody else doing? This is my favorite color. What do you like to wear? Do you wear dresses in the spring or jeans or pants in the spring? Like just lots of just open conversation about what's working, and we're getting to know each other as we're enjoying talking about clothing.
I love that. Oftentimes when I go to a place and I'm trying clothes, I want to be able to say to somebody, as I'm trying them on, hey, what does this look like? And you really can't because
Yeah,
you can't bring somebody. Well, you could. I don't have anybody to bring with me or take a picture and send. That would kind of be kind of weird. But you want another person's opinion. So this is kind of like bringing someone else in your dressing room.
exactly. Yep, they share photos of what they're wearing. We all talk about it, and it's really nice and loving and a very
Supportive.
warm environment. It's not, there's no negativity whatsoever.
I think this is great because feel good, wear what you love. We're aging beautifully, and we should really feel good about ourselves.
I agree.
Yeah. So we can find you your website. I will put everything in the show notes as I do, but it's what is your website called?
Shoppingonchampagne.com.
Shopping on
Yep, and then Shopping on
champagne.com.
Champagne on Instagram, on
Yep.
TikTok, and of course, my life on YouTube. You know,
Yes, and
I
your
post
videos are great. You post all the time.
I post twice a week on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
So, and then I
wonderful.
do shorts as well, but the
Yeah.
longer form videos are on YouTube.
Anything else you wanted to add before we wrap it up?
No, this was a lot of fun. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. And thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
Well, you're a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you being here. And I know you've inspired some people to go out there. And we did talk about purging what's in your closet. So let's encourage people to go through their closet first and discard what no longer serves them.
Yeah,
And
because
then,
you know what? It sounds counterintuitive, but if you part with the clothes that you aren't serving you, all of a sudden you'll see all the clothes that you actually love that fit you today and make you feel good.
Yes,
What a way to open your closet every morning.
I love that. Thank you so much, Nancy, for being
All
here.
right. Have a great day.
Just want to take a moment. If this episode is resonating with you, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have a moment, share it with a friend who you think may also enjoy this episode. Thanks for being here.